If you really want it, do what you've got to do, make it come to life. Always follow who you are. Come to life. You do what you've got to do, make it come to life.
Hi guys, it's Kui Murithi once again with another amazing video.
New series are beginning to pop up across the continent of Africa. Impressions of futuristic series, smart series, industrial parks, and modern infrastructure that come with such developments are some of the things that excite some of us who are champions of Africa's positive developments. Today, I will be counting down 15.
And we begin.
Number 1. New administrative capital, Egypt. Egypt's new administrative capital is an ongoing 70,000 hectares project located 45 kilometers east of Cairo in a previously undeveloped area. This new administrative and financial capital of Egypt will be the new location of the parliament, presidential palace, government ministries, and foreign embassies. The project will see the government pump in $45 billion to build infrastructure and important government buildings. This city project is one of the many Egyptian government is undertaking in a bid to decongest the city of Cairo. Cairo is currently the third most populous city in Africa, in a country where 95% of people live within a few kilometers of the Nile. The city is being built as a smart city with over 46 districts. NSC is already breaking records as it currently hosts the iconic tower, currently the tallest building in Africa. Egypt's new administrative capital will also host a technology and innovation park, artificial lakes, a central park, about 2,000 educational institutes, 1,250 mosques and churches, a 90,000-seat stadium, 40,000 hotel rooms, a major theme park 4 times the size of Disneyland, 90 square kilometers of solar energy farms, an electric railway link with Cairo, and a new international airport. It's estimated that the city will have a population of 7 million people. Number 2. Eco Atlantic City, Nigeria. Eco Atlantic is a planned city being constructed on a land reclaimed from the Atlantic Ocean. Officially known as Nigeria International Commerce City, it's situated on Victoria Island adjacent to Lagos, Nigeria. Eco Atlantic is a mixed-use commercial and residential project spread across a land of approximately 1,000 hectares. Eco Atlantic is being developed in a public-private partnership with private companies and investors funding it. Lagos State Government remains a strategic partner with the support of federal government. The contractors are China Communication Construction Group, whose subsidiaries have been part of other infrastructural projects in Africa. The project is speculated to cost $6 billion. Eco Atlantic City intends to have uninterrupted power from an independent power supply of 50 megawatts upwards. When completed, is anticipating at least 250 residents and a daily flow of 150 commuters. It is modeled after the skyscrapers of Manhattan Island in the New York City, and it will spread across 7 districts comprising commercial, financial, residential, and tourism developments. Eco Atlantic is in advanced stage of development. Number 3. Konza Technopolis, Kenya. Konza Technopolis is a modern tech city being developed on a 2,000 hectares of land touching 3 Kenyan counties: Kajiado County, Machakos County, and Makueni County. It's located 60 kilometers south of Nairobi on your way to Kenya's port city, Mombasa. Konza Technopolis is a Kenyan's Vision 2030 flagship project in its economic development portfolio. Developing this city will cost 1.2 trillion Kenyan shillings, approximately $14.5 billion. Konza Technopolis is a business process outsourcing BPO project. Branded African Silicon Savannah, Konza aims to become a global technology hub. The city will host data centers, software development hubs, tech farms, call centers, science parks, health facilities, hotels, residential areas, and international schools. Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology is being built here. It will borrow most of its university curriculum design from the Korean Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, which won the bid. The project is underway with most of its horizontal infrastructure development complete. Number 4. Waterfall City, South Africa. Waterfall City is a mixed-use city project in Midrand, South Africa. It's located halfway between Johannesburg and Pretoria on a 2,200 hectares area. This large-scale property development is the most ambitious city-building project ever undertaken in post-apartheid South Africa with an estimated total of $5.8 billion. The Attack Waterfall Investment Company was given 99-year lease on the land to develop and run the property. Already there is a private hospital, 8 schools, a heliport for helicopters, and thousands of residential homes close to offices of global giants like Deloitte and Novartis, as well as malls like the Mall of Africa and Waterfall Owner. This city will be a solution to huge demand for office spaces, shops, homes, and logistic spaces as the region continue to grow. Number 5. Tatu City, Kenya. Tatu City is a 2,034 hectare special economic zone located 16 kilometers north of Nairobi. The city hosts a shopping and financial district, homes, schools, offices, medical facilities, green spaces, a sports and entertainment complex, and manufacturing industries. Tatu City is another flagship project of Kenya Vision 2030 Blueprint. The land that Tatu and Northlands City sit on was previously owned by Belgian's Koffinav Coffee Farm. Being part of a Badia ecosystem, Tatu City's yearly average temperature is 18 degrees Celsius. The city is Kenya's first operational special economic zone with benefits like reduced corporate taxes, zero-rated VAT, and import duty exemptions. As of 2022, the Tatu City zone hosts more than 60 business entities and 2 international schools, Nova Pioneer and Crawford International Schools. In 2021, Chinese company Stocker Corporation won an $8.4 million tender to build Tatu City infrastructure's final phase of Kijani Ridge. Since its inception, the Kenyan government has pumped in over 15 billion Kenyan shillings, and more than 40 billion Kenyan shillings are planned to be injected in by its British, American, and New Zealand investors. The total cost of the project will exceed $1.6 billion. Number 6. Northlands City, Kenya. Northlands City is an ambitious project being undertaken by the Kenyatta family. Notable family members include Uhuru Kenyatta, President of Kenya from 2013 to 2022, Kenya's founding President Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, Mama Ngina Kenyatta, the family matriarch, and Muhoho Kenyatta, the executive chairman and CEO of Brookside Dairy Limited. Northlands City is a $4.2 billion mixed-use city project covering a land area of 4,451 hectares. The city will host commercial towers, residential property, and industrial park, a wildlife conservation program, and an agricultural farm, Kisheha. The city will host over 250,000 people, with most of its water supply coming from Karimeno Dam. Karimeno Dam was recommended for development as one of the sources to supply water to rural Juja towns adjoining areas. Various projects are underway, and dualling of Nairobi's eastern bypass will reduce the time taken to travel from Jomo Kenyatta International Airport to the city. The city will be accessed from both the bypass dual carriage and the Thika Superhighway. Number 7. Tanger Tech City, Morocco. Tanger Tech City is a smart city set to be built on a 1,220 hectare area in the Tanger region. The future Tanger region is an economic hub set to become one of a kind gateway to Europe. Mohammed VI, King of Morocco, launched the project in 2017, and the project is expected to be completed in the next 10 years. Tangier Tech City project is estimated to cost $1 billion. Initially, the project was to be financed by Chinese aviation Hairi Group and Morocco's BMCE Bank of Africa. Hairi Group has since withdrawn due to dispute over who would own the completed assets. In April of 2022, Chinese group giant China Communication Construction Group signed a memorandum of understanding with the Moroccan government. They will be replacing Hairi Group. Various Chinese electronics, automotive, aerospace, and textile companies have expressed interest in setting up locations there. The project will host an industrial zone, residential, leisure, and tourism developments. Number 8. Nairobi Railway City, Kenya. Nairobi Railway City is a project that is to be undertaken on 172 hectares of land adjacent to the Nairobi Central Business District. 292 acres of this land is currently owned by Kenya Railways. Nairobi Railway City is a flagship project to regenerate and extend Nairobi's Central Business District, as was initiated by President Uhuru Kenyatta in 2020, and soon after sealed after talks with United Kingdom Prime Minister Boris Johnson. The plan is to establish a world-class new central station incorporating mixed-use commercial developments, hotels, and intermodal facilities. In May of 2022, UK engineering firm Atkins Global unveiled the final design of the Nairobi Rail Transit System (RTS). Atkins Global has worked before on some of the world's most complex projects, including the famous Burj Al Arab Dubai Hotel and Dubai's light rail transit. This is the first major African deal for Atkins, which acquired Kenya engineering company Howard Humphreys East Africa in March 2016 in a strategy aimed at making Nairobi its African hub for property, energy, and infrastructure deals. The final design of the station was unveiled in Nairobi in an event graced by Jonathan Black, the Deputy National Security Advisor to the UK Prime Minister. The project development will be fully funded in a public-private partnership deal with the UK Export Finance through collaboration with the Railway City Development Authority, Kenya Railways Corporation, and the National Metropolitan Services. The first phase of the 20-year project was set to kick off in 2020 until 2030 at $245.7 million. Number 9. Centenary City, Nigeria. Centenary City is a planned smart city in Abuja, Nigeria. The city is being built from scratch on 1,260 hectares of land southwest of Nigeria's capital, Abuja. The project was conceived as a legacy program in 2014 to mark Nigeria's 100-year anniversary. The project will be private sector driven, with Nigeria Export Processing Zone Authority approving the city as a free trade zone to attract foreign direct investments. Centenary City is a mixed-use project that will host residential districts, offices, an international convention center, a safari park, a museum, a cultural center to promote African and global arts, educational institutions, healthcare, 18-hole golf course, polo, and a country club. It's reported that local foreign investors have so far invested $40 million in the master plan and other works. Some notable people involved in the project include Al-Hassan Dantata, a developer and a stakeholder. When completed, the project seeks to attract foreign direct investments worth over $18 billion and create direct 250,000 jobs. The 102-meter Buhari Tower, which is named after Nigeria's former president Muhammadu Buhari, will be built here. Number 10. Akon City, Senegal. Akon City is a $6 billion ultra-modern proposed futuristic city on 800 hectares of land in Senegal. It's named after Senegalese singer and entrepreneur Akon, who was inspired by the movie Black Panther to create a real-life Wakanda. The city would have its currency, a coin, and support blockchain-based economy. This project was first announced in 2018 in Senegal by Akon and Senegalese Minister of Tourism, Sarine. Later in September 2020, Akon unveiled a rendering of the project that is expected to take 10 years of development. Akon City is located along Atlantic coast 100 kilometers south of Dakar in Senegal. The city will host seemingly molten metal, gravity-defying skyscrapers, luxury condominiums, a seaside resort, office parks, and a university. The city will be solar-powered. Akon intends this and the second Akon city in Uganda to be top destinations for Black Americans. The second Akon city in Uganda was announced by Akon and Uganda's Minister for Housing and Urban Development Dr. Chris Boyomunsi after talks with Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni. It's a 15-year development project. Number 11.
Lanseria Smart City, South Africa. Lanseria Smart City is a conceptual project planned for the Greater Lanseria area in Gauteng. The Lanseria Smart City project was announced by South African President Cyril Ramaphosa in 2020. The total project estimates are placed at 500 billion South African rands or $30 billion. The city will be technology-driven and home to 350,000 to 500,000 people when completed in the next decade. During the 2021 State of the Nation address, Ramaphosa said the project was a reality in the making, with the government intending to invest $6.8 million in the city. The inner focus zone area is 28,663 hectares, of which the proposed urban structure and development framework concept is placed at 15,162 hectares, 52.9% under development. Gig economy and digital economy conceptualized enablers are free basic broadband, sandboxing for smart governance using blockchain technology, IoT, and AI. They are to be embedded in all design elements. Cities' cost of infrastructure developments will be covered by a loan from the Development Bank of South Africa. The bank will claim a percentage of future service charges that developers and residents will pay. The city will use innovative technologies to provide smarter, more sustainable solutions and services. The city is marked as one of the three most significant projects and opportunities to evolve a genuine post-apartheid urban scale.
Number 12. Vision City, Rwanda. Vision City is a residential housing project in Kigali, Rwanda, on 158 hectares of land. It's the biggest upscale suburb in Kigali and Rwanda at large. It's located in Gakuliro Kinyinya sector in Kigali Gasabo district, 3 kilometers from the central business district and 6 kilometers from Kigali International Airport. Vision City is being built by Ultimate Developers Limited for the Rwanda Social Security Board at a cost of $150 million. The first 500 units were completed in 2017. Work began on the project in November 2013. After completion of the first phase in 2017, the project saw 30% initial occupancy rate. Soon after that, the developers reduced prices on all units, citing that they had received government incentives and infrastructure support. The project will be implemented in 4 phases over a period of 8 years. When completed, this series is expected to provide housing for 22,000 people. The next construction phase will see the development of a commercial center, stores, banking, education centers, and restaurants. Number 13.
Kingsland City, Zambia. Kingsland City is a 583 hectares development project in Lusaka, Zambia. It's located 5 kilometers from Leopards Hill Memorial Park along Twin Palm Road. Kingsland City is being developed by a public-private partnership funding model between Zambia Air Force on behalf of government and 3 developers, namely Tagoon Construction, Dreamtown Investment, and Shangria Investment for a concession period of 20 to 28 years. The project is being developed at a cost of $1.4 billion. Zambia Air Force was expected to start benefiting financially after 3 years once the project is completed, but only benefit fully at the end of the concession period when they will have full ownership of the facility. The project was born from the challenge by President Edgar Lungu of Zambia to the military to join the country's economic diversification, a challenge that ZAF took up with other process facilitators being the Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Infrastructure and Housing, Ministry of Finance, Zambia Development Agency, PPP Unit, and Zambia Public Procurement Authority. Kingsland City is a mixed-use project that will host shopping malls, hotels, a conference center, residential housing, a world-class university, sports complex, amusement park, a golf course, and Zambia Air Force Academy and Messes. This development project has also created over 2,000 jobs.
Number 14.
gdiz, Benin. Glo Djigbé Industrial Zone, also known as gdiz, is 1,640 hectares special economic zone designed to be a modern industrial park in Benin. It's located 45 kilometers from Cotonou. gdiz is a public-private partnership between the Republic of Benin and Arise IIP. Arise IIP will finance and support the entire investment of $1.5 billion for the construction of the industrial zone. When complete, gdiz is expected to attract an investment of at least $1.4 billion in the first phase and create about 12,000 jobs. The whole project will constitute an industrial park, residential zone, truck terminal, and warehouse facilities.
Number 15.
SafariCity, Tanzania. SafariCity is a planned 226 hectare satellite city located 15 kilometers west of Arusha City. SafariCity is at the heart of Tanzania's safari industry due to its proximity to the national park and Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa. The land is owned by Tanzania's National Housing Corporation. SafariCity is a mixed-use project that will host residential projects, high-end and affordable housing, a shopping mall, retail and office developments, educational zone, green zone, and a vast area for public utilities. The project is designed to host 55,000 people living in Arusha. The project estimate is $720 million. So that's it for today, guys.
I know, some have questions about the social impact of this series. While some argue this project benefit a few people and are in disregard of equitable solutions and general quality of life, others will argue this project will provide employment, ease the transfer of applied skills, and encourage more youths to take up courses that will enable them to adapt and become part of the new type of opportunities presented by such projects. Tell me what you think about it down below. From me, thank you for watching till the end. Thanks to all my subscribers. For the first timers, remember to subscribe. If you like what we do, always remember to leave a like.
Bye!